Good citizens of Nigeria, I greet you all. I salute you wherever you are, both home and in the diaspora. My name's Sir Watson Henry Chukwudi, the president of Nigeria Rise Initiative Worldwide. I'm here to share some truth with us. Truths that will give you some eyes opening. Because there are things we are afraid to say in Nigeria, we think who will say it. And who will say it becomes the problem while we are suffering. But today, I'm here to share those truths. Though they are bitter, though they may look offensive, but we must say it. We must say it. In Nigeria today, we are having a big problem. Our government is bad. Our Nigerian people are bad. Our traditional rulers are bad. Our religious leaders are bad. And many things are happening in Nigeria. And some of those things that are happening in Nigeria, we seem not to say anything about it. We don't want to say anything about it. And those things are destroying this country to her worst. And yet, we are dying and we know the truth. But we don't want to say the truth. But Nigeria Rise Initiative, in this initiative, we always stand by the truth and we will tell the truth at all costs. Even if it takes our lives, we stand to share the truth and nothing but the truth. Fellow Nigerians, the hour has come that we must look into some certain truth that is being hidden away from people. We must say this truth. Don't get offended when you hear my voice or when I talk something that affects you. Don't get offended, but just learn and correct yourself. Don't take my word personal, because I'm not saying it to hurt anybody, but I'm saying it for a nation building. For us to have a good country, a country that we all can be proud of, for we to have a country that we all can call a home. That is why Nigeria Rise Initiative was born. Nigeria Rise Initiative was born so that all Nigerians can come together. If we can come together and reason together, our problem will be too small for us to solve. But when we stand in division, hatred, tribalism, and religious conflicts, then we will be facing all these pains, and our children has no future in them. Our fathers did not address these things, and today we are suffering for it. So in our time, we must address these issues. If we don't address it now, nobody will address it for us. So we must say it now. And for those of you who have not joined us on this movement, try be part of us. If you have not joined our platform, the biggest platform of Nigerians coming together, join us today with this number. +601 135 483 733. Again, +601 135 483 733. Join us on the Nigerian biggest platform, where Nigerians in millions are coming together to discuss about nation building. We share problems. We bring out problems. We lose them. We find a solution from every problem. So the hour has come for a nation building. I thank God for what is happening in Nigeria today. Hundreds of people are opening their eyes. If you go to the north, what is happening today in the north is not happening before. Why? Because the northerners now are coming back to their real sense. The northerners have refused to be used by their leaders. The northerners are waking up. There is awakening in every corner of Nigeria today. There is much awakening. People have come to the knowledge of light. And thank God for that. And that is why I tell people, relax. What is happening in our country today, it may look so annoying. But with what is going on today, that is to say Nigeria still have hope. We are now realizing some mistakes in Nigeria. And I want to say thank you to those good Nigerians who are doing their best to make sure Nigeria walk again. If you have not joined us on our YouTube, please join us on our YouTube. Click on the subscribe button and click the bell beside so that you can keep getting our updates. And God will bless you for being part of us. My brothers and sisters, yesterday I addressed Mbaka's behavior on the attitude of looking for money. I addressed Mbaka's behavior on leaving his calling, answering another call. Mbaka is not focusing anymore. I addressed that yesterday. And if you have not been on that, go to our YouTube so that you can see some messages and you can follow up. Mbaka has to change his attitude. Mbaka is not answering the call of God anymore. Mbaka is not answering the call of money. And those who know Mbaka has confirmed what I said was truth. Now, we want to look into what is happening in Nigeria today. Because pastors, I'm sorry to say, I'm not saying it to insult any pastor, but pastors, you guys are confusing the people of Nigeria. Pastors, you guys are causing a lot of problem in Nigeria. And I must be direct to you. Enough of the doctrines of God. Read the Bible and teach the people the truth of God's word. Stop setting church doctrines. Church doctrines is destroying Nigeria for the worst. This is the problem we have. Somebody say, I am a deeper life. Another person say, I am redeemed. Another person say, I am Christ Embassy. Another person say, I am Omega Fire Ministry. Another person say, I am this. Another person say, I am that. All these name of churches with different doctrines has spoiled Nigeria. Why can't the church have one doctrine all over? Be you Catholic, be you Methodist, be you Pentecostal, be you whatever. Why can't the church have one doctrine given by God for the church? All these things are people who come together. They brainwashed people with church doctrines. This church will see the next church as people who are going to hell. They see their own church to become more good. I have traveled to some countries. I have not been privileged to travel much, but the few countries that I have traveled, I discovered Anglican and Catholic, they can unite together, they can do things together. But in Nigeria, why things are not working for Anglican and Catholic? Why? Church doctrines. Why member of Deeper Life cannot go to Christ Embassy? Church doctrines. Why member of Living Faith cannot go to Redeem? Church doctrines. All these things are the division that have divided the Nigerian people, and it is causing a lot of problem. The hour has come that we must look into some matters in Nigeria. Too many church, too many doctrines. Nigeria, we have more than 500 million doctrines from every church. Put all doctrines of all church together, we have more than 500 millions. It's confusing. Very confusing. Brainwashing people to nonsense. Human beings in Nigeria cannot reason again. Why? Because of too many doctrines on the head. We'll go to church with doctrines of men tying people like slaves when people are supposed to be free going to church. That is problem. Now, there is one thing I want to say here. I watched a video clip of David Oyedepo. I was really mad with David Oyedepo. David Oyedepo is a man of God. David Oyedepo is talking about the crowning of Muhammadu Buhari and say if Muhammadu Buhari did not come outside to say or to clear himself, that means he's not our president. And the whole church was shouting, yay, yay, yay. And yet David Oyedepo said he's a prophet. We have too many prophets in Nigeria. Can't they pray to God for God to reveal to them what is happening in Nigeria, and they will speak it and Nigeria will have peace? Pastors are joining to instigate violence in Nigeria. Pastors are joining to instigate confusions in Nigeria. It is not good. How many prophets does Nigeria have? Nigeria have more than 2 million prophets. 2 million. More than. None of them can see the problem of Nigeria. But they can see the problem of people to get money. Some of them are paid before they pray for you. What kind of country is that? What kind of church is that? Let every religious leader in Nigeria be careful. Let me talk about the mosque. The imams, the hour has come that you must teach your people the true Islamic laws of peace and not violence and not killing people. Imams must teach the true teachings of God, teachings of love, teachings of letting the people know we can live in Nigeria as one country, as one people, brother and sisters. We can marry to each other. There is too many religious conflicts by the imams. Imam, you must be careful the way you people promote this religious matter in Nigeria. Imams must be careful. Let us preach peace and unite ourselves together. Let us preach peace. Everybody should respect his own religion. If the Christians say they believe in Jesus, Imam, respect it. If the Muslims say they believe in Allah, Christians, respect it. Let us respect each other and live like normal human beings. There are other countries. Go to US, they still have the Christians and the Muslims, and they're living in peace. Come to Malaysia, the same thing. They are living in peace. Go to other countries, they are living in peace. In Indonesia, they even get married to each other. Christians get married to Muslim. Just respect the religion, and that is all. But in Nigeria, because of too many brainwashed, we all are finding everything difficult. Our manners of approach become so radical. Our manners of approach, anger. Everything we do in Nigeria, anger. Youth are not composing anymore. Youth are full of anger because of too many brainwashed in Nigeria. It is too much. Let us be careful. Let us be careful. I want to quickly end up with this in the church level. I'm still referring to Pastor Oyedepo. Pastor Oyedepo, the government is bad. The government is not good. The government is not helping matter. The government is not listening to the people. The government is so wicked. Pastor Oyedepo, listen to me and listen carefully. Ask yourself, Pastor Oyedepo, you have a mega church. Your church runs double services. You have a school. You have hospital. You have every investment in Nigeria. Oyedepo, how many of those investments is serving the poor masses? In your school, can poor people attend your school? Oyedepo, answer for yourself. And other pastors who are building schools with people's offerings, yet cannot give education support to the poor. Let us think in Nigeria. Let us think in Nigeria. Go to US, go to London, go to different countries. Every church school is cheaper than even the government school. They try to reach to the poor people. What ministry are you running in Nigeria? Greedy ministries. You people must be careful. Be careful. Because God's anger is coming. And God will judge every one of you. You are killing the poor. The poor masses are dying. That is why Nigeria Rise Initiative will not keep silent. Nigeria Rise Initiative will speak for the interests of the masses. Nigeria Rise Initiative will fight for the masses. The masses' attention must be given in all round. Be careful, church. Be careful, pastors. Be careful. Reduce and take off all these your doctrines. Take them out and be yourself. Now, quickly, I want to talk to our traditional rulers. Traditional rulers, how wicked you are. How wicked are you, traditional rulers? The Oba of this, the Oba of that, the Emir of this, the Emir of that. All traditional rulers, chiefs of every community, how wicked are you? You watch the people that serves you, the people God has given you to rule over. You watch them die by the government. The government is bad, yet no traditional ruler can speak because the government has come to settle you. The people you are serving can die because the government has come to settle you. You and your household, you are okay. So everybody can die. Traditional rulers are not speaking for the people they are ruling. Traditional rulers swallowed their words because of bribe, because of what government can give to you. Traditional rulers, shame on you. Shame on you, traditional rulers. You cannot tell yourself the truth. I tell you the truth, God will punish you. God will punish you. Some of you will die by thunder. Thunder will fire on her. Bad people, wicked people, heartless men, evil men. People come to bow before you. You greet them. But they are dying in pain. You don't care to know what they are going through. All you care to know is what you can eat, what your family want, what your palace want. You build your palace. You become gods to the people. That is what you want. Traditional rulers, be careful. Be careful. And to our government, I'm begging everyone, Nigeria, bad people will make up bad government. Let us all repent and change from our ways. I am begging all Nigerians to come together. For the now, let us vote the party that has the strength to fall down APC. APC government is really not good for us. We have gone through hell in these 4 years. Nigeria, we have tried enough. Let us unite together. Vote for PDP. Vote for Atiku. While we vote for Atiku for this 2019, we all will still strategize. We will follow them. Close marking. Anything wrong Atiku do, we will announce, we will fight for it. Nigeria will be more tough from 2019 because the eyes of the people will be open. So please, let us vote for Atiku. Not because of any other thing. I don't have anything to do with them. But for the safety of the masses, for the safety of this country, let us do things wise. Let us not do things with anger and say, oh, no. At the end of the day, we try and fail. We don't want to fail. That's why we say, let us vote wisely. Vote for Atiku, my brother. Vote for PDP. Come 2019. The time to end APC has come. And this is the time. And for those of you who say, Buhari is dead, Buhari is this, Buhari is not more living, I'm not arguing with you, but I'm begging you, vote at this APC, vote at Mohammed Buhari, vote at Jubril, vote at the dead president, so that we can re-strategize and know exactly what to do in Nigeria. And God will bless us all. Thank you for being part of Nigeria Rise Initiative. Thank you for joining us on this movement. It is the movement of the people, the movement of the masses. We are strong. We can make Nigeria great again. God bless you all. My name still remains Sir Weston Henry Chukwudi, the president of Nigeria Rise Initiative worldwide. God bless Nigeria. God bless Nigeria Rise Initiative. Thank you all.